Oh hi, it's Wesley with Expandacraft here. We are testing out the first splash of the 14-foot skiff, the Unsinkable Skiff. You guys go ahead and in the comments talk about how every boat can sink, if it can float, yada yada. Anyway, it's foam core, aluminum skin, and it has a heavy-duty plastic skid plate. It's a really durable boat. And we're doing exactly what this particular boat is designed for. Now this one's only a 14-footer. It's good for a couple of people, some fishing gear, a cooler. And right now, I'm not even full throttle. I'm on this little electric motor. It's a 55-pound thrust motor. And this is the speed we're doing. Well, hello there, great blue heron. This is what this boat is designed for. Yes, you could put more power on it, but this is a rental boat. I don't want to put more power on it. Otherwise, I'll have renters running it into docks and expensive boats at 30 miles an hour. No, I'll just stick with electric. Besides, with my rental business, it's electric glide rentals. You want this experience, not a motorboat, to get somewhere very fast. Although you can make this kit and beef up the stern and put whatever crazy amount of power you want. Yes, Rick, I'm talking about you. Rick, you know who I'm talking about. I'm going to build you that 18 or 20 footer, and you're going to strap on, I don't know, a 200 or something ridiculous. I know you're going to do it. So anyway, this one, I don't know what it weighs, so I'm going to weigh it later on, but the center hull part can't be no more than about 140 pounds. It's just foam, skinned in plastic, and well, aluminum on one side, but the bottom is plastic, so it's like a skid plate. Drag it against the rocks. It will become a kit, and I'm going to see if my assistant can kind of do a little all around if you want to try and show a little bit about the bow and how we're moving through nicely. Now again, we're not even full throttle, and we're moving along at about, I don't know, 4 miles an hour. I'll hit full throttle, but when you hit full throttle, it does make a little bit of a trickle water sound. And you kick up, it looks like it's about 6 knots. It'll go to maybe 6 knots. But why do that? When you can do this, which is about 3/4 throttle, and that'll elongate the time that you can be on the water, because you can go much farther with an electric motor at 3/4 throttle, or even half, than you can at full throttle. Full throttle eats up battery more per mile than does 3/4 throttle. Like I say, if you want to go fast, you don't want the 14-footer anyway. You want to go with an 18 or the 20-foot boat, which also gives you a tremendous amount more flotation. You know, you can carry a lot more people and load. Expandacraft. This is our self-bailing, nearly unsinkable. I'm just going to say it. It's unsinkable. You can't sink it. You can break it into 1,000 pieces, then you got 1,000 pieces floating in the water, but you're not going to sink them. Closed cell modern foam doesn't get inundated with water. I've had one of these panels for 10 years, and it still reads 0000 with the moisture probe, and it's exactly the same weight as it was when I purchased it 10 years ago. It's modern closed cell foam, folks. Boston Whaler, I'll give props to them. They build their boats with that stuff. You've seen the commercial where they take the chainsaw and they cut the boat in 2 or 3 pieces, and you got 2 or 3 guys on each one on each piece that's floating. That's the idea behind a solid foam core hull. Is even if you penetrate the hull, shoot holes in the bottom of it, it can't sink, because there's no bilge, there's nowhere for water to accumulate. It's solid foam. And So anyway, there's endless amount of seating arrangements. We've got this set up today. Just threw a couple of lawn chairs on here, little party chairs, whatever you want to call it. But you could put swivel seats there. You could mount the motor on the wing here. I have a gas motor right here that I'm going to try out later, but it's only a 1.5.
Can I interrupt? Because we're going through about 8 inches of water here.
Yeah, it's about 8 inches. I just felt the bottom touch. The prop touched, but I know my way around this little shallow. Yeah, so 8 inches of water. The prop touched, but the boat didn't. So the boat is probably drawing about 4.5 inches, maybe. Maybe 4.5 inches. The prop is down, and I felt it touch at 8 inches. But with electrics, you can always just pull it up, and as long as you don't give it full throttle, it won't cavitate, and you still go right over that super shallow stuff. And remember, with this boat, I built in a skid plate, so even if you did hit the bottom, oysters or rocks or whatever, it's just going to scratch and growl and you push yourself off, but you're not going to cause any damage. There won't be any puncturing of the hull. Anyway, 8-foot wide beam. You can stand up and do the jitterbug on this thing. You're not going to flip it over. It's super stable. We did get it out into some chop. I took several waves over the bow, and all they do is they wash right out. See that big open spot down there? That's the self-bailing part. That's where the water just kind of sloshes out the back. So if you ever do get a wave over the bow, whoosh, out the back it goes. All right, folks, check us out, expandacraft.com. We're going to do some better videos later on, but this is just the first day, first moments.